The funkiest party of the year. Mark your calendars for October 26th and get ready to party like it's 1999. I wanna see y'all wanna plan with me. Tickets are just 100 kwacha single, 150 kwacha double. Grab your tickets from Total Center Station, KFM, and Sally Beach Island and Resort. The 90s old school party, powered by KFM and Sally Beach Island and Resort. See you there. It's a brother,
It's here. It's finally here. The Kevin News.
Justice is a matter of peace. Without justice, peace cannot
The Kevin News.
Let's work together to one minute chapter number.
The Kevin News. The Kevin News. If it matters to you, it matters to us.
Welcome to the KFM Lunchtime News. Today, the 20th of September, 2024. To present it, I'm Jack Mapembulo. We also welcome our viewers on Facebook page and YouTube. We now take a look at the headlines. State Counsel John Sangwa says the judiciary lacks autonomy to make independent decisions. Eugene Chisenga tells Parliament that the UPND has failed, must go in 2026. Kawambwa District Commissioner caught on camera buying votes as the UPND scoops the Kabalangi by-election. And in international news, dozens killed in Mali attack by Al-Qaeda affiliate. In sports, the under-20 have continued to prepare the CAF Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations COSAFA qualifiers.
The Kevin News. If it matters to you, it matters to us.
And now the news in detail. State Counsel John Sangwa has expressed concern that the judiciary independence is being compromised due to its lack of financial autonomy. He believes that the judiciary has become dependent on the executive for funds, which undermines its ability to challenge constitutional breaches by the president. Sangwa also stated that the appointment of judges in Zambia may not be based on merit, further eroding the independence of the judiciary. He has highlighted President Hakainde Hichilema's action as breaching the constitution and emphasized the need for the activation of provisions in the 2016 constitution that guarantee independent financing for the judiciary. Sangwa's called on the people of Zambia to advocate for the complete independence of the judiciary to prevent the abuse of power by the executive. Mambirima Patriotic Front PF member of Parliament Jean Chisenga has told Parliament that the UPND government has failed and that it was time for the administration to be hounded out of government. Ms. Chisenga said one of the duties of opposition MPs was advising the government, and the advice was that the Hakainde Hichilema administration had lamentably failed and should therefore be voted out in the 2026 general elections. On speaking to KFM News, Ms. Chisenga disclosed that she walked out of Parliament during the president's address to Parliament because she was being threatened by UPND members of Parliament. She says the UPND parliamentarians openly warned that they would deal with her if she said a thing during the president's address. She says it is disheartening that the UPND threatens violence even to elected officials of the people without consequences. Ms. Chisenga has, however, said that she is not scared and will continue to speak for the people. Kawambwa District Commissioner Godfrey Chilambwe yesterday went viral for the wrong reasons after he was caught buying votes from electorates in Kabalange ward in Mwansabombwe, where there was a local government by-election. The video went viral on social media when some members of the public and in the company of some Socialist Party members chased him from the scene where he was dishing out money. And Socialist Party Media Director Brian Aponda, who was in Chipunu, confirmed that Mr. Chilambwe, in the company of some UPND cadres, was spotted dishing out money to the electorates. Meanwhile, the United Party for National Development UPND candidate Richard Kasembela has since scooped the Kabalange ward by-elections in Mwansabombwe. Announcing the election results, Kabalange ward returning officer Moses Mukonde said Mr. Kasembele polled 420 votes, while his closest rival Jonathan Mambwe of the Socialist Party got 287. Some ones of the Patriotic Front polled 84, while 6 ballot papers were rejected out of 797 total votes cast. And the Luapula Province UPND Chairman Shimba Chilufya said the win by his party is testament that UPND has penetrated the province. The Anti-Corruption Commission (ACC) and Transparency International Zambia (TIZ) have launched the 2024 Zambia Bribe Payers Index Survey. The survey will focus on collecting information relating to corruption in the implementation of projects under the Constituency Development Fund. ACC Acting Director General Monica Mwansa said the survey is a critical tool to the fight against corruption in Zambia. Ms. Mwansa said the 2024 Zambia Bribe Payers Index Survey will, among other things, assess the state of bribery in selected government ministries, departments, and agencies. She said the survey will also identify services within selected public institutions that are prone to corruption. Ms. Mwansa says findings of the various Zambia Bribe Payers Index can be used by all the stakeholders in the fight against corruption as a baseline and yardstick to assess the effectiveness of anti-corruption interventions. And TIZ Executive Director Maurice Nyambe said the scope of the 2024 Zambia Bribe Payers Index survey covers 2,000 respondents and service seekers at public institutions across all 10 provinces. The government has disbursed 1.1 million United States dollars towards the 2024 measles rubella countrywide vaccination campaign. Health Minister Elijah Muchima has since urged healthcare facilities to start the campaign with areas that are not easily accessible during the rain season. Speaking when he launched the campaign, Dr. Muchima also urged traditional leaders to communicate effectively to their people to avoid stigmatization of the vaccine. Meanwhile, Churches Health Association of Zambia Charles Chief Executive Officer Karen Sichinga said the campaign is an important step in addressing immunity gaps and preventing future threats. Ms. Sichinga said this in a speech delivered on her behalf by Charles Director Advocacy, Planning and Development, Yoram Siame, and World Health Organization WHO country representative Nathan Bakiaita said the measles vaccination exercise will target 4 million children aged between 9 months and 5 years old. The Lusaka business executive Clever Mpoa has told the Economic and Financial Crimes Court that he was threatened and subdued to give involuntary response by the state under a warn and caution statement. Mpoa, through one of his lawyers, Mr. Miuna Katolo, said he was threatened after he refused to be a state witness and testify against former Minister of Defense Permanent Secretary Stad Mwale. Mr. Katoro submitted that his client did not give a free and voluntary statement when being interviewed by the state. Energy expert Leonard Sepe is confident that government will attain the set target to reduce the current 21 hours of load shedding to 5 hours if intended energy plans are actualized. Energy Minister Makosa Chikote told Parliament on Wednesday that government targets to reduce load shedding from the current 21 hours to about 5 hours in a day once all the short-term and immediate shock contingency plans are implemented. In an interview with Phoenix News, Mr. Sepe believes this is possible because government has withdrawn some power from the export market, with the recent being the 290 megawatts, which can be utilized for domestic consumers. He has also highlighted that plans to construct various solar plants will also assist to add power to the national grid and address the power deficit. Mr. Sepe notes that short to medium-term government interventions, if properly actualized, will help to address the power crisis and alleviate economic and social burdens, while paving the way for a long-term energy security. Before we take a look on the international news, a recap on local news headlines. State Counsel John Sangwa says the judiciary lacks autonomy to make independent decisions. Eugene Chisenga tells Parliament that the UPND has failed, must go in 2026. Kawambo District Commissioner caught on camera buying votes as the UPND scoops the Kabalenge by-elections. And coming up, dozens killed in Mali attack by Al Qaeda affiliate. And the under 20 have continued to prepare the CAF under 20 Africa Cup of Nations COSAFA qualifiers.
If it matters to you, it matters to us.
An elaborate attack by an Al Qaeda affiliate in Mali's capital this week killed some 70 people, diplomatic and security sources said on Thursday, while the government offered no figures or casualties. Militants attacked an elite police training academy on the airport on Tuesday, demonstrating their ability to strike at the heart of Mali's capital. The country is fighting an insurgency that took root over a decade ago in its arid north. The scale and complexity of the attacks further undermines the ruling junta's claims that security has improved since it booted out French and US forces and turned to Russia instead for security. Two diplomats serving in the region, including one based in Bamako, said the death toll was believed to be in the 70s. Reuters could not independently verify the numbers. A third diplomat based in the region said hundreds were believed dead and wounded, and the hospitals had run out of beds to treat survivors. Israel has carried out extensive airstrikes on southern Lebanon, targeting positions of the Iranian-backed group Hezbollah. The military says its warplanes struck more than 100 rocket launchers, as well as a weapons depot. This comes as Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant says we are at the start of a new phase of the war. The Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah has vowed to inflict retribution after explosions of communication devices used by the group killed more than 30 people and injured thousands. Bulgaria's state security agency DANS says none of the pagers that exploded in Lebanon on Tuesday were exported from or made in Bulgaria. The White House has said it is concerned about a potential escalation in the Middle East. The UN Security Council will discuss the crisis later on Friday. And now in sports, Zambia under 20 have continued to prepare the CAF under 20 Africa Cup of Nations COSAFA qualifiers. Boyd Rwanda streamed the squad from 60 plus to about 30 players. The team suffered the 2-0 defeat to Zanaco in a friendly match at Sunset Stadium on Wednesday. The young guns are expected to leave for Mozambique on Monday ahead of the opening ceremony 3 days later. On the two finalists who qualify for the CAF under 20 Africa Cup of Nations. Meanwhile, Madagascar has withdrawn from this year's edition. It means Zambia, Angola, and Namibia will be the only countries in Group B. To end the news, a recap on the top stories. State Counsel John Sangwa says the judiciary lacks autonomy to make independent decisions. Eugene Chisenga tells Parliament that the UPND has failed, must go in 2026. Kawambo District Commissioner caught on camera buying votes as the UPND scoops the Kabalang by-election. Dozens killed in Mali attack by Al Qaeda affiliate, and the under 20 have continued to prepare the CAF under 20 Africa Cup of Nations COSAFA qualifiers. Ends the news at 13 hours. We have another bulletin this evening at 18:15. Keep listening to the Lunchtime Show.
The Careful News. If it matters to you, it matters to us.
Here's Mike. He loves his Maximo. He starts with banana flavor for breakfast. He moves with vanilla during traffic. He moves with strawberry at lunchtime. He even has chocolate flavor at dinner too.
Mike, dinner too?
I can't help it. It's Maximo. Be like Mike. That's me, by the way. Move with the Maximo you love. Maximo flavored milk. Let Maxi move you.
Yes. Panda, come in.
Boss, Muzwa, my grade 7 has passed. My grade 12 has also passed. Even my wife, she related me, she has passed. Oh, sorry. Yes, your tea.
Yes. Thank you, Panda.
What have I forgotten? Naibala, my way.
What's up? Wait. Let me say wait.
Panda, what's the problem?
I forgot to put cream in it.
Here's a little song.
Your tea isn't tea till you cream it. Smooth, delicious, creamy texture make Cream It coffee and tea creamer a must-have.